Hey, DJ.
Hey, Em. And hello, listener.
And welcome back to This, That, and Chit Chat.
A podcast.
That's strictly entertaining.
How have you been?
Oh my gosh, DJ, I've been so good. And you might wonder why, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't.
DJ doesn't. I was actually going to tell you on the pod.
Yeah.
I was going to try and surprise you.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm engaged. Can you believe it? I can't. But here I am.
So exciting.
Yeah, I'm engaged.
Yeah. She told me the story. It's very cute. We won't belabor it on the pod.
Yeah. Someone, I think Dallin, messaged a couple weeks ago and goes, way to casually drop you have a boyfriend on the pod. And I said, oh, I've acknowledged him before.
Yeah.
But maybe it was more direct.
Yeah. I think you called him by name for the first time a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so he said he wanted the dirt. So Dallin, feel free to DM me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Anyway, very cute. Beautiful ring.
Yeah, thanks. I love it.
Yeah.
Sweetie boy Drew.
More importantly, gorgeous couple.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you. We're so happy.
Good.
So yeah.
I'm so happy for you. And I'm sure 85 to 99% of our listeners are as well.
Who's the 1%?
Yeah, I don't know. 85 to 100%.
If you've harbored a secret crush on me till now, you lost your chance.
He should have acted faster.
Sorry. Let's talk about this, though, because when we started the pod, neither of us were dating anybody. Is the pod good luck?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Once our wedding guests, or once our podcast guests start getting married. Oh, Zach got married? Mm-hmm. Sarah Singer got married?
Quite a few get married.
That's true. Rachel?
Is it just that time in our lives?
Oh, no. I'm thinking the pod's good luck.
You thinking the pod's good luck? Oh,
I want
you
more
meaning the people that we've actually had on?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to have singles on.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you're looking to be married, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll have you on.
If you're ready to get serious about getting married.
This is the last step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Well, do you, after that good news, do you have a rant?
I do. And what I wrote down is creepy people.
I hate creepy people.
I was at the gas station this weekend, and there was this lady just roaming around the gas station, getting really close to people's cars. And I was trying to lock I'm filling up my gas and I'm standing next to it. I don't get back in the car.
Sure.
But I was like, she could still get in my car when my back is turned. So I'm trying to watch her, but also not be locking my door.
Yeah.
But just people who are weird.
Yeah.
And it just puts you on edge.
Totally.
And then I feel like I was worried, did I put my card back in the right spot? Because I was just so discombobulated.
Yeah.
So stop being creepy, people.
Totally. So I live, it's a nice area.
You do.
There's a 7-Eleven down the road, and there are drunks.
Yeah, it's a rough 7-Eleven.
In and outside of it all the time.
Yeah.
Creeping.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that rant.
Also, as I was driving here today,
Yeah.
I saw someone from high school pushing their baby down the street in a stroller. And I don't know him well enough to message and say, hey, I just saw you walking.
I saw you.
But it was bizarre.
That's funny.
And I guess there's probably tons of people from my high school around here.
I would imagine.
But I just don't see them in the wild.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is crazy to see someone like that in the wild. Okay.
Yeah. What's your rant?
My rant. Why do award shows have to start at 8 Eastern? Why are we all catering to California?
That's valid.
Because here's the thing. Even Central Time, they're ending at 10 at the earliest.
Yeah.
Right? And that's if everything goes to plan. Usually it goes over. But on the East Coast, they're ending at 11:30.
Yeah.
It's too late.
I agree with that rant, and I'll one-up you. Why do we do church stuff on Utah time? I get it's based there.
Yeah, no, totally.
But general conference
Totally.
is so late.
Yeah, the Saturday night session ends at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It is wild. And I didn't realize that, that growing up, it ended at 10. Because I just went. But, then I was like, that's crazy that I used to go from 8 to 10 to a church thing. Yeah.
It's wild. But we got to make sure Utah has their brunch beforehand. Can't start before 10. Good night. Got to make our cinnamon rolls.
Honestly, at 9 a.m. start time for them.
Yeah.
And then that means the end of the last one is 7 to 9, which is much better.
Much better.
Much better. I agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your
My rec?
recommendation?
It comes from you. Tress of the Emerald Sea.
Ah!
Guys, I read Tress, which is a Brandon Sanderson book.
Sure.
It was so fun.
So fun.
And the plot twist at the end,
Yeah.
maybe other people would have seen it coming, but I was genuinely surprised.
I don't know how you'd figure it out. Yeah.
But it was just fun. I like that even though it's fantasy, the world building isn't intense. The fact that it's just a standalone book.
Yeah.
It just was easy to get into, and It's
Totally.
not weird fantasy.
No.
It's just fun.
It's like more whimsical fantasy, right? Yeah.
It was very fun.
Very fun.
Very sweet. Mm-hmm. You're like a good pair of gloves. Oh, my stars. Cute. So,
Great intro to the Brandoverse.
Yeah, I recommend it, guys.
Yeah.
And that's coming from a non-fantasy book.
Sure.
Early.
But who's on a fantasy kick?
Oh my gosh, I've been watching. This is shocking for everyone listening. D&D show on YouTube.
What? What is going on?
Dimension 20. Have you watched it?
No,
Have
I've heard of Dimension 20. Yeah.
That's not like my favorite thing to watch, but
You're just trying to get into the...
yeah. A
Trying to
friend of mine
understand it.
is really into D&D. I'm trying to have things to talk about with them.
Wow.
So watch. And this one
Look
is
at you being a good friend.
It's a D&D season based off of like John Hughes 80s movies, so
Okay.
it's more fun.
Yeah.
But every episode is 2 hours long, and there's 21 episodes.
Yeah.
So it's slow.
That's a lot.
moving.
That's a lot.
We're watching on 2-speed, baby.
Is Dimension 20, is that the one with the people from what's it called, Dropout?
Yeah. It's a dropout show.
Okay.
And it's the redheaded guy is the one who does it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So very funny.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Thanks.
Here's my rec. Mm-hmm. It's another Apple TV
Oh my gosh.
Plus show. Slow Horses.
Okay, what is this?
It's like a spy thriller show.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
We started it on Saturday or Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you, just twists and turns.
Okay.
So on, I think Rotten Tomatoes, Lauren looked it up. The first season has like a 97.
Okay.
The second season has like a 99. And the last 2 seasons have hundreds.
Okay, what's the name again?
Slow Horses.
Slow Horses. What was the one you recommended a couple weeks ago?
Sunny.
Sunny. Okay. All right.
If you can't tell, you should get Apple TV Plus.
DJ's a big fan.
Yeah. What is your random question?
Who do you think would win in a fight?
Okay.
A grizzly bear or a hippo?
Hippo.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
No questions asked.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
hippos are like...
They are scary.
They're like the most dangerous thing.
Okay, what about a hippo or a moose?
A hippo.
Really?
I'd be hard pressed to find something that I would think would lose to a hippo.
An elephant.
Yeah.
Sheer size, I think elephant takes
I
it.
think an elephant would win. I think the problem is when that ever happens in the wild, the elephant just runs away because hippos are aggressive and elephants are less aggressive.
Okay.
But I think you're right. Or like a blue whale.
So I'm back on my Nate Land kick, Nate Bargatze podcast.
Sure.
And they do a whole bracket of these animals fighting one another.
okay.
And it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I
like
think-
like over an episode? Like one episode of the bracket?
No, they did a couple
Oh, fun.
seeds in each episode.
Yeah.
I think ultimately the elephant won everything just because of sheer size.
Sure.
But there was a blue whale, or there was all of these different things.
Yeah.
So
It's tough to pit land animals against sea creatures.
they said it was like the Colosseum, and there was just it was equal footing for everything. So
Okay.
it wasn't, oh, well, they're in the water, this will obviously win.
Okay.
It was what if all of the conditions were applicable for everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Fun.
they said no weapons allowed.
So the monkey can't have
The
like a
monkey can't
bazooka.
have- yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, that's fun. Nateland, everyone. Great pod.
Yep.
Here's
yours?
my random question.
Okay.
What's the proper way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
I have a lot of thoughts about this.
Yeah.
White bread,
Okay.
crunchy peanut butter,
Okay.
either grape jelly or honey.
Okay.
Peanut butter on one side of the bread.
Sure.
You scrape the knife off on the side of the
Absolutely.
jar.
Yep.
And then,
okay. Keep going.
or the bread, either way.
Okay. All right.
And then jelly on the other slice of bread.
Okay.
And then put them together.
We're the same.
Yeah.
I actually prefer like a raspberry jam.
Not bad. I get that.
But yeah, I'm definitely white bread for PBJ. There's no reason to do wheat.
No.
Yeah, come on. This isn't a health food.
No.
Yeah. You do the peanut butter first, and then I clean the knife on the other bread.
That's, yeah.
As like a little barrier so it doesn't get too soggy. It still gets soggy, but less so, I guess. I think it's mostly in my head. Anyway, and then the jelly on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
How do you feel about Uncrustables?
Dude, love Uncrustables.
I had never had one until a couple months ago. Game changer.
It's so good.
And when I come home late at night and I pull one from the freezer, so good.
They've got it down, man.
It's so good.
Yeah. They've got that perfect amount of
Yeah.
PB and J.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about the butt of the bread?
I don't love it.
Do you eat it or do you throw it away?
I will eat it. What I am more likely to do with it is if I make scrambled eggs, put that on top of the butt of the bread.
Oh, sure.
So
Okay.
I don't eat it sandwich-wise.
You generally don't. You save it for something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I probably have not bought sandwich bread in 2 years.
Yeah.
Because if I have it, I'll eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't need
finding
it.
that. So Lauren that's been one. She doesn't like crave it, but it's like toast is just like easy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she's had a lot of toast. We're buying a lot of bread. And if I'm like hungry, I'm just like, well, man,
Just a slice
might as
of
well make a
bread.
PBJ.
Yeah, or just a slice of bread.
And those go quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't need this much bread. in
No,
my life.
no,
I
no.
want it, but I don't need it.
It's very yummy. Bread is underrated, I would say, as a food.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite.
Favorite food is
all
bread.
the different types of bread.
Yeah.
A bagel.
Dude,
I love
a good bagel. There's something about like, because the other bread that's great is a pretzel. And those are both, is it called blanched, right? Where you like boil it?
Yeah.
Something about that process.
It's so good.
So good.
Yeah, I
Oof.
love bread. We should have a whole episode about bread.
A bread show.
Bread and potatoes. Yeah.
That is maybe the one thing that Lauren has been craving is potatoes.
What a blessing
In
for
all
you.
of their many forms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly French fried.
I love a French fry. That's so good.
Okay. Emily, what are we talking about today?
DJ, we're talking about the golden age of music.
Honest to goodness,
Punk, emo, scene, whatever you want to call it.
this has been the funnest pod to prepare for.
And our listeners agree.
Yeah.
The amount of feedback we've gotten, this is like the most excited people have been for an
Totally.
episode.
I
love
get it. I have been listening. So I created a pop punk playlist called Punky Punk.
Oh, fun.
And then I got one from Megan. She had a
Okay.
pop punk summer apparently.
Oh.
And then apparently the listeners created one that you sent me a couple
Yeah.
days ago.
Yeah.
So honestly, and I was already kind of craving it. And now
It's
I'm like
just so
all
good.
in. Yeah. Okay. So I want to play not a game per se, but I have for us a whiteboard. I think this
Oh
will
my
actually
goodness.
translate pretty well to audio.
Okay.
Because it's very straightforward categories, but this will just help us organize our thoughts. So we have pop punk, punk, and emo punk
Okay.
as the three categories, and then a bunch of bands. These aren't
Yeah.
sorted. I just put them on here, and we have to decide where they rank, and then we can post it.
Okay.
Okay, so Evanescence,
I would say emo punk.
emo punk, great, mid, terrible.
Like,
as far as ranking, where do they?
Oh, I only know their one song.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm gonna put them down low.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the one that like starts. It's like slow, and then all of a sudden she's like, ah! yeah. All right, boys like girls.
Pop punk.
Pop punk.
I really liked them.
I do too. I'm gonna say right near the top.
Yeah, mid high.
Because I actually I think while we're here, I think for me at least, oh boy, All American Rejects is probably the top of pop punk. I'm gonna leave that, but I think it's a little bit above Boys Like Girls, at least for me.
Okay. And right around there, I'll say We the Kings.
Oh, great band. Where are they? Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Right up in that same. These were bands. Okay, these are all bands, and this is honestly kind of how pop punk. If I could do a run in place at a dance, that was
that was it.
That, and all of those bands have great songs to run in place. Okay, Paramore.
I think they're on the border of pop punk and punk for me.
I agree, and I think they're above Evanescence, but still, I didn't.
So
really
you think
get
they're more emo punk than pop punk?
Oh, sorry. Pop punk.
No, that's fine if you. I was just curious.
No. You're right.
They're higher than Evanescence for me for sure.
Totally.
Because their music still hits.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Paramore. The one song that I've been listening to, and I'm so in high school, I didn't want to be thought of as emo.
Yeah.
So I avoided songs that were emo-y.
Uh-huh.
So Misery Business, I would have never even given a shot. What an amazing song.
It's so good. So many people submitted that one. If you want a slower one, You Are the Only Exception.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
I did listen to that in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I'm actually going to move them a little bit higher because, yes, very good. And she has an amazing voice.
She does.
Okay, Green Day.
Punk.
Yeah. And honestly, for me, they are the kings.
Okay.
They go, American Idiot is perfection.
It is good. It's top punk music.
Yeah. I just don't know. Many people say that Radiohead's whatever that album is called is the best album ever. I think they're all idiots.
That's a wild take.
It's what's the one? American Idiot.
American Idiot.
That is the best album of all time. Okay, Panic at the Disco.
That one's tough for me.
Here, yeah, they're between pop and emo.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was I can't tell if they're not scary sad emo, but they are
very emo themed.
Yeah. So yeah, they are.
This is a circle. So
yeah,
it comes
if there
back
was the Venn diagram, they're in the overlap of pop punk and emo punk. Yeah,
totally.
And I like them, but I didn't know a lot of their stuff.
I don't either. And I've listened. There's that one song. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah,
I love that one.
Yeah.
I listened High Hopes.
Yeah,
I listened to
that's
that.
a good one
in my regular lineup.
Yeah.
But yeah, their other stuff.
You can't get a little bit more punk than I Write Sins Not Tragedies. That's a classic one.
Sure.
But
yeah,
I wasn't huge into them.
Okay, Dashboard Confessionals. I'll be honest, I have not listened to. This is completely an Emily submission.
Weirdly enough, I think they're more emo punk.
Sure.
But it's not. It's just sad punk. It's not scary punk.
Yeah, and where
I would put them above Evanescence for sure.
So we'll put them right there.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, Blink-182.
That's just straight punk to me.
Yeah, I agree. And they're below Green Day. I'm going to put them... Yeah, I'll put them here, right there. Yeah. Above Evanescence, below Paramore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, My Chemical Romance.
Emo punk.
Yeah.
And I didn't really...
listen to them. No. Yeah, me neither. So I'll put them down here. Okay, cool. Reliant K.
Ooh.
They're they're fun punk.
Yeah, they're indie punk. That's how I feel about Dashboard
We need a bigger whiteboard.
I'm we need...
Yeah.
Yeah, I did love all of their music, though.
Oh, my gosh.
All of it.
For the longest time, they were the band.
They were my go-to.
Yeah.
listening. Yeah.
All right. We'll put them, they're like kind of in a category of their own, but they're way up high.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Like I went back in the iTunes days.
Yeah.
They were one of the few bands where I would buy like entire albums, right?
I can picture the album right now. Like I loved every single song on.
Do you know the one with where it's like the Junkyard?
Oh, uh-huh.
I love that album.
So good.
Yeah. Okay, Yellow Card.
I'm going to be honest, other than Ocean Avenue, I don't know a lot of their stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely pop punky.
A little farther down.
And I'll put them a little down because, who knows? Good Charlotte.
Punk. I feel like you were either a Green Day or a Good Charlotte person. Like those are the two versions of the same thing. I was more Green Day as well.
I was too.
So,
however, the anthem and I Don't Want to Be in Love.
That's true.
Ooh. And then do they have boys and girls?
Oh, boys don't like
girls like cars and money. Yeah. Okay, so we'll put them above Blink-182, but in the straight up punk. I'm liking this.
Yeah.
Mayday Parade.
I didn't listen to tons, but I would say they're emo punk.
I agree. Yeah,
I would say they're higher than Evanescence.
Okay, so
but I would put them below Dashboard for me.
Okay, all right. So all right, we'll move this, put this up there. Great. Yeah. Oh, I guess I did Green Day twice because I was so excited about them.
Loved them so much.
Simple Plan. Simple Plan had a big hit.
They did. I'm Just a Kid.
Oh, what an amazing song.
And if you do not know the scene of Cheaper by the Dozen when they get off the bus at the new school and I'm Just a Kid is playing and the four of them all link arms to walk into the new school.
Yeah.
Guys, it's so good.
What a great song.
I would say they're on the pop punk border.
Right on the border.
Yeah, below Paramore, but
maybe right in line with Blink-182.
Yeah, I agree.
Good. I agree. Fall Out Boy. Ooh. They're like with Panic, right? They're right with Panic.
Yeah, they're the same.
And honestly, Panic's probably more popular, but I definitely listen to more Fall Out Boy.
I like Fall Out Boy more than Panic.
Cool. We're putting them above. Yeah, I think that's right. And then AFI.
I don't even know what that is.
The only song I know, and I really like it, is Miss Murder.
Oh, I don't know it.
Anyway, so they're just straight punk.
Okay.
This
is so fun.
Go low. Anyway, so we'll post a picture of that. Hopefully that was easy to follow because we were like naming the categories.
Yeah, I feel
so basically what we have is Reliant K is in its own category. We have in the pop punk category, We the Kings at the top, All American Rejects and Boys Like Girls right below them, and then Yellow Card down at the bottom. In the punk category, we have Green Day at the very top, Good Charlotte below them, Blink-182 below them, and AFI at the bottom. And then in the emo punk category, Dashboard Confessionals at the top, Mayday Parade, Evanescence, and then My Chemical Romance. And then in between emo punk and pop punk, we have Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco. And in between pop punk and punk, we have Paramore and Simple Plan. I think those are good.
Yeah. So are we saying that we think Reliant K is the top of the top for this whole thing? I don't think I can.
As far as like personal like
nostalgia
and just like my personal taste, yes.
Yeah.
As far as like who do I actually think is the best punk band, it's Green Day.
Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
I do love Reliant K. I think those are the breadth of what I know from an artist is the highest with Reliant K.
Yeah.
But my favorites were Boys Like Girls and then We the Kings and All Time Low, which we did not include, but those are other ones that.
Oh, sure.
But those were.
We do have We the Kings, but we don't have All Time Low. What did All Time Low sing?
Dear Maria.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's another one that I like hadn't listened to in high school and I was like, why didn't I listen to this?
It's so good.
Yeah, very good.
I think All American Rejects had the market and Reliant K, but All American Rejects had the market on LDS church dances.
Oh my gosh. If you went
Dirty
to
Little Secret, Move Along, Swing.
Totally.
Like, I don't know what karaoke thing LDS downloaded, but they had them all.
I mean, they hit that like clean radio dance vibe. Yeah. Like but with a punk vibe perfectly.
Question.
Tell me.
When Move Along came on.
Sure.
You went to church dances in Ohio, right?
All the time.
Yeah. Was that a mosh song? We would all go in the middle, and when the line is hands are shaking, whatever, everyone would put their hand in the middle and shake.
Oh, sure.
And then that was one that everyone went crazy and jumped to. Curious if everyone did that or just at dances.
I imagine. We weren't super picky about what we moshed to.
We
right?
jumped to everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a jump song because that was the way we danced. Have you been? You probably haven't.
Have I been to a youth dance
recently? The kids these days, don't even dance. They just kind of stand. They don't even jump.
I loved it.
Yeah.
You guys should have seen, what year was that now? 2021, 2022? That horrible summer camp that if you're a real this, that, and chit chat listener, you know about.
Sure, the OGs know.
Me and DJ went so hard at that dance.
So hard.
There was no light. It was in an outdoor pavilion.
Yeah.
They didn't have any lights. They didn't have anything going on.
Yeah.
We danced the whole time.
The whole time. I will say, Jacob danced more than us, but he is probably the only person.
He always will.
Yeah.
He always will.
But yeah, I have vivid memories of that dance. That was fun.
That was a good one.
That was the best part of that summer camp.
The only good part, and our taco boat runs.
Yeah.
I did ask the listeners again to submit songs, so we have a playlist that we'll post. It's a collaborative one, so you can add to it.
Yeah.
I asked if they had an emo punk, pop punk music phase. 86% said yes.
Totally.
And then
can you see who the no's were? I would bet they're the youngest listeners, right?
Oh, that's a good idea. Let me see if I can still see that. I don't know if I can. I can. People who said no. Oh, Victoria Vincent.
Okay.
Who's our age.
Yeah.
And Tyler.
What?
That shocks me.
That does shock me. He knows a lot of emo pop punk.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he got more into he got into the indie stuff earlier. Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah.
And then speaking of love, I guess, a message from our favorite listener, Zach.
Sure.
I don't know if you know this, but Kristen, who's his wife,
sure,
was really punk and emo in middle school and high school, which I love because Kristen epitomizes all things girly and lovely and all of that. And to know that she was punk and emo kills me. And Zach goes, I was too, but was on the more metal side of things.
He was.
But we both shopped at Hot Topic, got our band tees there. Kristen even got hair dye there, and I bought studded belts.
Oh my gosh.
And I love that we have a little pop punk emo couple in our midst.
I am so glad to know that Zach had studded belts. Oh man. I wish I could have known him in high school.
Isn't that so good?
So good.
So good. He was also showing me pictures of us early on, 2019. So wild. We looked like babies.
Yeah.
He showed me a picture of you on graduation day. And that was a few months before you and I really met.
Yeah.
Looked like a different person.
Well, yeah.
No beard.
Yeah, and hair.
And hair.
Yeah.
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 So because of Zach's thing about studded belts, I looked up some other elements of pop punk culture.
Oh, wonderful.
Most people here will know, but if we have any youngins or old people, pop punk style was similar to skater punk.
Yep.
And included band t-shirts. So I want us to say if we wore them or not.
Yeah.
Band t-shirts. I had some if I went to the concert. Skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hoodies. I think that's everyone.
Yeah, I don't know who didn't wear a hoodie.
Checkered Vans.
No, I didn't
never
have
did.
Vans.
No. Too
but
bougie.
everyone did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stud belts.
Sure.
Zach.
Yeah, I didn't.
Skinny ties.
Yes, loved a skinny tie. Still do, honestly.
Doc Martens.
I had Docs that I would wear to dances.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Isn't that wild? That's what missionaries wear now.
Oh, they're not comfortable.
Don't get us started on missionary apparel.
Ah.
And mohawks. That's way more.
I had a faux hawk.
Really?
Oh, forever.
Love that.
Yeah, I had a faux hawk all through high school. I think my mission is what did away with it. So all through high school and then probably my freshman year of college.
When I was in London this summer, We went to some neighborhood. I can't remember which one it is. And there was all of the like really intense British punk people.
Oh, sure.
Which I've only seen in movies and like,
Yeah.
But they had foot-long mohawks, tons of piercings, and it was so wild to see.
Yeah. And there's like true emos in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you just don't see very much of here. Even in like big cities.
No.
You just really don't see.
It's not a fashion thing.
No.
You see maybe one and you can tell that person's trying to do their own thing. Sure. But they had a whole crew of them and it was wild to watch.
No, it's like a whole subculture there and like persistent. The other thing I was going to say, was just like the plain, not necessarily white, but plain white t-shirt, but like kind of tight. Like a tight, plain t-shirt was also.
A V-neck from American Apparel.
Totally.
Every single band boy was wearing, like, in these bands, was wearing a deep V.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then in the early punk era, it was the skateboarding shoes. You know, the big, chunky...
Etnies or DC, whatever. Yeah, DC shoes.
Yep.
Some other bands that people submitted that I had forgotten about.
List.
Yeah. Jimmy Eat World.
Sure.
The Middle. That's the only song I know.
Yeah, and I don't think of Jimmy Eat World as very punky, more just pop rock. Yeah.
What was some other ones? Our listener Morgan was a very big pop punk person, so she submitted a lot, like Brand New, Mariana's Trench, Cute Is What We Aim For. I only know some of them. 303, which I think is more
I remember
pop.
303 being a big thing. Yep.
Forever the Sickest
Cute
Kids.
Is What We Aim For.
Yeah.
Wait. These are all from Morgan?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm figuring out who Morgan was in high school. Yeah.
Another one that I never considered pop punk, but is the definition of pop punk, Avril Lavigne.
Oh, totally.
But I think because that was when I was in elementary school, it does not associate with me.
Yeah, that she's punky.
But she's the epitome of it.
Yeah. She's like skater punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people loved it. A lot of people have added songs.
Yeah.
So fun.
So fun. Takes me right back to dances, high school.
All of it.
Just all of it. Yeah. And I'm glad I have this playlist now because I do go through phases where I'm like, I just need some punk in my life.
And it's nice to have it all in one place because I looked up when I was trying to prepare, I was looking up other pop playlists and there's just so much that people do it by year. And I'm like, well, a lot of this I didn't delve that deep into pop punk, so I don't know these bands.
Yeah.
I only want the songs that I know by heart.
I was a very surface level. Yeah. What was on the radio, what played at dances. I didn't really get into albums back then, except for Reliant K and Green Day. I
think I also liked Reliant K. I think you mentioned this, but because I knew it was clean. So if I had the ability to play music in the car, I didn't have to worry about it. Right. While other stuff, I was like, oh, you never know. Yeah. The other thing, and so I was thinking about pop punk or punk generally, right? The thing that I think was so fun about punk, and like. So punk, right? Because it was like an all-encompassing type of, and you'd think it would be like sad and emo all the time, but then you have like really fun songs. Like, I mean, Reliant K is full of them, but you even have like boys and girls, like boys don't like girls, girls like cars and money, or what's the one about Hollywood? You know. Anyway, they're just like they're just fun songs that like aren't depressing at all, right? They're just like about something dumb, but it was all done in the punk style. When as I thought about it, if you look at coming of age teen rom-coms at the time, Freaky Friday, the boy Chad Michael Murray's like a grunge emotional singer. Yeah. What a Girl Wants, Oliver James is the band boy who has a faux hawk and studded bracelets. Yeah. There's all sorts of these movies where I'm like, I think younger generations don't understand because as we've talked about, having your unique sense of style is really important right now, and finding the most random artist that you love is really important. But like everyone our age, everyone but two people who responded in that poll was listening to the same type of music. Totally. And so,
and you know, within a spectrum, but
Yeah.
like, yeah, you were.
everyone listened to it. And so it really was in all sorts of media.
Yeah, it was
It
cool.
was fun.
It was cool. It was probably one of the last. I mean, we still have pop and it still goes viral and everybody likes it. But like, you know, I guess I speak out of my own experience, but like, I don't know really anyone who listens to the radio anymore, you know, like,
Yeah.
there's
Now
not-
it's what's viral on TikTok.
yeah,
Is
that's
what
what goes
goes.
big.
Yeah. Like people don't everyone's not listening to Charlie XCX, but her song with the little apple dance, everyone knows that song because it's
Sure.
viral.
Right.
Or not everyone listens to Sabrina Carpenter, but Espresso goes viral, so everyone listens to that.
Right.
Or it's just a little different.
Yeah.
So,
Ugh, so
good.
fun.
you should play it the next church dance you go to.
Just do a full pop punk
Yeah,
playlist.
everyone's like, Brother Belknap, I don't want this.
Honestly, though, the like 90% of the playlist that we made for prom was basically the same as what we would have had at ours.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it really hasn't evolved. There's like very few. You know, you'd have something like Despacito, right? Which didn't. But most of the stuff, you know, it's just the same.
Yeah. I know you're done. We need to do a check-in about Year of the Taco.
Yeah, done.
I don't want listeners to forget. I'm at 23, so
Okay.
I've got 7 more, which is easy.
Sure.
But everyone remember, because we're in the last quarter of the year now.
Yeah. If you're, if you have more than a quarter of your life worth of tacos to go,
Get going.
you got to step it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good.
Anything else?
No, not for me, man.
All right, same here.
I'm just ready to sleep.
Yeah. DJ's been getting up real early, so
Yeah.
we're going to let him go to bed
Yeah.
at 7 p.m.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Bye, guys. Love
Bye.
ya.